Alright guys, today's video I'm going to show you what's going on with my Milwaukee drill here. It's been happening for I'd say a good half a year now, to where every time I had something chucked up, here's the old chuck right here, within 4 or 5 times of using it, whether it be a drill bit or a spade bit or whatever was in the chuck, it would eventually come loose and it would just fall out. So it was like no matter what I did, as far as go as tight as I could or all the way and then back off one, with that one little click in there, it really didn't make a difference. So I went out and, well, actually at first I was like, well, you know what, maybe I should just buy a new drill, upgrade to the fuel line or the brushless one, because right now all I got is the regular one. I've had this for like maybe 3 or 4 years, so it's got brushes in it still, the basic. But other than that chuck that was letting loose of all my bits and whatnot, I mean, it still works fine. So I figured, you know what, let's go out and let's just put a new chuck on and see what happens. So the chuck costs, what was it, 25 bucks, something like that. I bought it on replacement parts, and I also bought a replacement screw as well. So when it comes to this chuck, here I'll just do a quick example. So this chuck just threads on here. Right now I'm just putting the old one on. So that threads on there, and then to tighten it, you just stick a larger Allen wrench down in here, and you can always just tighten the jaws around it and then tighten as tight as you can go. And then after that, you take this bolt here, you thread it down there as far as you can go, and go tight on that as well. It comes from the factory with some Loctite. This is the one that came out of the original one. So let's put that back there. Then let's take off this again. I know when it came to taking it off, the bolt wasn't too bad down in there, but the chuck itself, that was a pretty tough one. Where, like I said, you stick an Allen key inside here, and then I've seen it to where they just take a hammer and whack it, but didn't really have a good way of holding it and doing that, so I just leveraged it. So, alright, here's the new chuck. There we go. Let's thread that on. Alright, now we'll grab a Allen wrench. And I'm just using a 3/8 Allen wrench. So stick that in there, and then there we go. Go ahead and tighten around the Allen wrench. Alright, and then that's about as far as I'm going to go with that. So there we go. Slide that out. Now let's get this bolt down in there. And you know what? Alright, so I'm using a number 3 Phillips for this. There we go. Alright. Get that down in there. Get it started. I believe it's starting. Oh yeah, another thing to remember, I believe these are left-handed threads. So you gotta turn left to tighten it, turn right to loosen. that's about it. Alright, that's how easy it is to change out the chuck on your drill here. I'm sure it's really similar for all the other brands out there too. But you know what, that's one thing I like about buying a major brand, is that it's not something that if something fails on it, then you have to throw the whole thing out and buy another one. You know, there's replacement parts for it. I mean, if you go on that e-replacement parts and you see all the, and you punch in your model number here. Where are we at here? I think it's either this number or, you know what? Yeah, it might be these numbers right here, because I don't really see any other number here. So yeah, I think I did punch in this number right here, and that's how I that's the list of parts that came up for this style or this model of drill from Milwaukee. So let's see here, but yeah, it's nice to be able to replace individual parts instead of having to throw something out and start all over. I'd rather, if a tool is still going good and one part wears on it, I'll just replace that part and you still got that tool. And like I said, as long as it holds up, as long as the tool's been good to you, I mean, it's nice to know how a tool works for you instead of going out and buying a new one and getting to learn that one too. But anyway, all right, so with that, what do you guys do as far as tools? Is it something where, I'm sure it comes down to a certain price point. If you know a part will cost so much and there's a screaming deal on something, yeah, I get it. Then I'd probably go out and get a new one. But for right now, 20 some bucks compared to $150, yeah, I'll go that 20 some bucks every time. So, all right, with that, like the video, subscribe to my channel. Either way, I'll catch you later.